This is the 411, your host, Matt Mika.
Sport Junkie fans, welcome to another edition of the 411. I am your host, Matt Mika. Later on in the show, we will have Mika's Monday Minute, wrapping up every single NFL game for you guys. Also, in the show, I'll be talking about the Dallas Cowboys' huge victory against the Seattle Seahawks and that impressive victory for the Philadelphia Eagles last night in Sunday Night Football against the New York Giants. Let's go. The Dallas Cowboys entered that 12th man, entered that hostile environment in Seattle, and proved victorious, winning 30-23 against the Seattle Seahawks. A great win for the Cowboys, and I'm really impressed with Tony Romo and company. And they're making a statement to the rest of the NFC East and the rest of the NFC that they're here, they are on their way to make a Super Bowl run, and they're not scared of anyone. Anyone that comes in their path, they're going to just roll right through them. They're making a statement. They're playing aggressive. They're playing hard for all 60 minutes, and it's really fun to watch. We haven't seen a team like this in Dallas for years, and it's really impressive to watch. Tony Romo, 2 TDs, 250 yards through the air, and DeMarco Murray, another big day, 115 yards on the ground with a TD, and he just sliced up that great Seattle defense. Those two, I mean, they really put on a show, and here's the biggest stat in my mind. 23 first downs for Dallas, only 9 for Seattle. That is a huge difference. That's a huge margin. And how Dallas did it was the impressive part. I mean, they kept on running right down their throat. They were not scared of that defense whatsoever. And even when Russell Wilson came back and he made some plays, the Cowboys and Tony Romo responded. It was great to watch Tony Romo put on that performance, and it's going to be fun to watch for the rest of the year. As for the Seattle Seahawks, I still think they're the best team in the NFL. They kind of took a step back, but they're starting to realize that everyone has a target on them. They have a target on their back, being the defending Super Bowl champions. Everyone wants to beat them. Everyone will give them their best shot, and they can't take anything for granted. They have the most talent. They have the most depth. They're the best team in the NFL, no question about it, but they're starting to realize they can't go into a game and say, we're the best team in the NFL, so we're just going to automatically win this game. They have to show up every single day and compete. If they do that, they'll be just fine. But last night they realized that they can't just walk into a game expecting to win. How about the Philadelphia Eagles last night? Winning that game handily against the New York Giants on the big stage in Sunday Night Football, 27-0. And here's the thing that I saw from Philly. They have one of the most dynamic, explosive offenses in the entire league. I was really impressed how easy and how fast they can move the ball up and down the field, and it doesn't matter what defense was thrown at them. It didn't really matter. Their tempo, their precision, if McCoy gets his running game going, if they figure out this running game, this is a scary team to watch heading into the playoffs, heading into the later part of the season. It's going to be fun to watch between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Like I said, the Cowboys are making a statement to the rest of the NFC East that they're here to stay and they're here to compete for a Super Bowl run. And so are the Eagles. The Eagles are very dynamic, very explosive. Even with the loss of Deshaun Jackson, it doesn't matter. They have playmakers on the perimeter. Chip Kelly has his offense going. I was really impressed with the Eagles' performance last night against the Giants, and it's going to be fun later on into the season. Here's the stat. 203 yards on the ground for the Eagles compared to 85 for the Giants. That's a huge difference. If they can get McCoy going, get his touches, and McCoy can prove that he's one of the best running backs in the entire league, this offense is going to be scary to watch. And to conclude this episode of the 411, we have Mika's Monday Minute, wrapping up every single NFL game yesterday in case you missed it. And thanks to Max O'Brien for these awesome logos. Here we go. Eagles shut out the Giants 27-0. New era in Buffalo, but they lose to the Patriots 37-22. Green Bay inches past Miami 27-24. Minnesota, they turn the ball over 3 times and lose to the Detroit Lions 17-3. Broncos, another big day for Peyton Manning, 3 TDs from the record, 31-17 against the Jets. Cincy, Carolina, first tie of the year, 37-all. Browns, big victory against the Steelers, 31-10. Ravens, another huge victory for them, 48-17 against the Bucs in Tampa Bay. Cardinals, get past the Redskins, 30-20. The Bears, 27-13. Jay Cutler, 381 yards through the air. The Colts beat the Texans on Thursday Night Football, 33-28. The Chargers, Phillip Rivers, monster day. 3 TDs, 31-28 against the Raiders. The Titans, very close, 16-14 against the Jags. And Tony Romo and the Cowboys, a huge victory in Seattle, 30-23.